Wow. Salam, 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 salam. Ana sama gaañ waa Facebook. Man ak ana waa Facebook. Xale li Ajis Koona yi. Si loo leen nekka yéen ñëpp man nuyu leen seen tur ak seen santa wax leen ne na dafa late pour wax leen ne maa ngi ñëw live because it was planned but time bi was very so maa ngi plan 3:30 maa ngi try 3 maa ngi try 4 maa ngi try 4:30 maa ngi try so I'm like xaaral bu ma leen ko waxangum ba later pour leeral leen tamit before ñu dem si show bi maa ngi war a am attaque tamit at 8 p.m. but waxanguma ko because it's 99.9% but we will definitely get attack today no matter how late it is mu ngi travel su éegi rek we will come live that one is confirmed but ma wax leen rek nu mu demee rek waaye dinaa ko binda si kanam naa binda time bi si kanam tuuti because time boobu tamit dafa very xamuñ ban time exactly so ma nuyu leen ku nekk seen tur ak seen santa wax leen ne tey moom ñu ñëw rek waxtaane event bi Manchester comme ma leen wax rek fii lu fi xew rek dina ñëw ñu waxtaanee ko ñu oo seen ay borom ñu amee review boo xam ne dafa neex ba bëgg a bi Ibrahima si mu ngi nii nag mooy nijaay bi mooy papi ak nijaay bi yourself ak yaay bi yourself music Big C welcome back to Ajis Corner yow dafa mel ni platform bi sa yaa ko moom jëla
Thank you so much, Ajis Corner, Aji. You know, yeah, I feel at home when I'm here.
léegi nga fay fii da nga buddi fay ticket sax pour nekk fi yow sax soo fi ñëwee rek lañ ma dee attaque yow soo ñëwee foofu lañ ma dee attaque xaaral ma isu ndox man jegel ndox may ma rek may ma jegel ndox nga xam ne parce que man wax bi damay wax dinaa
yeah, okay. Ndox lu baax la is very good.
waaw te dama ko nii fu mu nekk nii nga xam ne affaire si suy garaaw rek ma naan manaka Ibrahima si mu ngi nii kii mooy Big Sey ba ma ko ñu la dee ooyee Big Sey te yow da nga tuuti
suma ka bu ma yeb waay
yow yaa ngi tuuti ñu ooyee Big Sey wàcce caméra bi fi poli na jël caméra bi di ko def fii
Iñaasi sama ko ëpp xam loolu
baay bi bulli Iñaasi lu mu doon si lii Big Sey léegi teg naa suma ndox parce que yow lii dafa war a neex waxtaan bi ci chat bi dafa neex so after lii yow sa boppa nga préparé attaque dafa ñëw tey si guddi so xam naa boobu yëgaguloo ko sama surprise la attaque bu ñu war a ñëw ma attaque ko moom it but it's just a chit chat later on man maa moom so Big Sey you're here regarding Be Yourself event bi basically this Saturday and yow nga nekk nijaay papa yaay Be Yourself music so just a quick chit chat then bëgg pour nga take you through Be Yourself send agenda and all of that because I will tell you most of the people ñu ngi doog a hear about Be Yourself music so you as a Gambian artist boo xam ne toog nga ne ok maa ngi still ci music scene bi but here nga am sa own association organisation boo xam ne yaa ngi nekk di start loo xam ne since last year take us through the journey of Be Yourself and why the idea of Be Yourself music and who are behind this.
Right, Be Yourself music entertainment. Loco Umba is not just music or organizing event.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Be Yourself. We've been working on this brand for quite a while now, and maybe Gamfest Lanity start. From last. No, Momland start Diggis maybe from last year before last. They've been hearing about Gamfest, but Be Yourself itself has been existing like for forever. I can say, you know, as far as my music is concerned. Understand?
Yeah.
So, yeah. At the minute, we have Lena, and then DJ Kanu. We have Arms, we have Amikole, and myself. This is the Be Yourself team. We are not.
Amikole last weekend, and
he's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
And I met Lena too.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be ungrateful.
Yeah. But Bariwun, we're not much, we're not many, but you understand? It's just a very small family. Like we're not like strangers working together. We're just like one family, and then we communicate well, and yeah, we try to mix it as well, like balance. We will have even women and even guys on the team to make sure, understand nga, balance properly when it comes to like corresponding or communicating. I think that will help a lot, you know. Yeah.
Big Sey, since we're having a chit chat, you just surprised me by saying Gambians, because as far as I am concerned, Gumfest is you and other non-Gambians. I swear down. Like when I met Amikole and Lena and all of the rest of the team, I was like, to me, they don't make the help, right? Because it's an event. You know, Gambians, you then polite enough to come. So
Yeah.
I am surprised right now to know that Gumfest, everyone behind it is a Gambian. I'm a forgot the yo yasa to back friends sila and non-Gambian. To be honest, that's why it is good to have these chit chats, you know.
Yeah, because normally, they know me and they're close to me. They know how I have like a mix of friends.
Yes.
They're not much, but they're a bunch of people. They're not really the normal Gambian, understand? And we do so much stuff, like especially traveling around, and then I'm gonna having weekends getaways and stuff. These are not like the typical Gambian, and these are my circle. You understand? But yet still, I have people who I've been working with. Understand? They're now the friends. Like I will call them family. You understand? Way back from Gambia, and then all over through to the UK, and then we still carried on and going on with wherever we've stopped before, and then we picked it up from there, and then carried on with whatever we are doing. I get involved in what they do, they get involved in what I do, so we work together, supporting each other. Yeah, but Be Yourself itself is, especially Gumfest, is strictly Gambian. You know, Gumfest is strictly Gambian. The Ghanaian community, the Nigerian community, everyone is in their community, they're doing what they do, then whatever. We are open to collaborate with other nationalities and stuff, but Gunfest itself is strictly Gambian.
Okay.
And I think that's the force behind it. We want to make sure we enforce and empower Gambian culture and tradition, you know, especially soon jigéen yoo xam ne ni maybe ñu get me eye salon, they know how to do this traditional braids, and fashionistas yi nga xam ne ni maybe ñu ngi amee brand labels, ñu ngi jaay clothes or trying to be designers and stuff. These are the people that we want to work with, people who have dance studios or recording studios, or ñi nga xam ne ni they engage into sport. This is the first time that we try to expand, trying to lean onto sport by collaborating with Manchester Boys. But initially it was strictly about talent and craft. You know, not much
now
into.
I get how I get into the trap of Be Yourself, how I got involved in the whole thing. Basically, when someone saw the advert, Big Sey, Munama, sorry, you prefer primacy anyways, but I'm just used to Big Sey. Pardon me. So basically, someone contacted me and said, "Nisan event, do they mind pour nit ko xamne dafa bëgg invest towards this event?" So these are questions that I had. So just because we've got the platform today, like I said, my platform grows every day, and most people that are interested in Gam music, they just had Be Yourself for the first time or Gumfest. So the mobile nga wax ñu comme su fekkee ne da ngeen dee jël sponsors or like people coming out to say, okay, ñoom dañ bëgg invest and they have their own percentage, or how does this work with you guys? Are you inviting all of those things in?
I mean, sponsors sponsors comes with packages. You know, so you can come and say, I want to invest on the project, would Be Yourself the work on. For example, we were working on Gumfest. You can chip it, you can come in and say, for example, I want to invest on this project this year. You understand? There's a limitation in it. And then so we can negotiate with you and say, we have a spot whereby you can come into place, like to occupy, like, you know, a certain percentage. And that percentage comes with conditions as well. So you also have your conditions. So we negotiate, you know, what you bring, you know, we need to know what can you bring on board, how flexible the collaboration would work. And then, you know, if we agree, then it's normally a very easy task. But investing on Be Yourself itself, we don't really, I don't know if we don't have or consider having an outside company or outside individual to just invest on Be Yourself like that, unless you want to be part of Be Yourself.
Okay.
So if it's to collaborate on projects, we are open to that, you know. For example, this last event we have people who came through to sponsor us, even though we reached out a very last minute, but we had the response, and that was great.
Big Sey, yaa ngi am ay questions yu xala tànga tuuti pour ñu waxtaanee ko the later part, but dama laa lifin da pour nit yi xam Be Yourself too much than a little bit before we get to the main thingy. And just to remind my audience and people that follows me that always ask, Aji, we want Big Sey on the hot seat. The hot seat, basically the whole idea came from Big Sey. And this is why I said, Big Sey, man duma de fate deba, and you're someone call hamne. No, we're having a chit chat. We need to put it on the table. Danga neka call hamne. You're a musician, but you're smart. You're smart at writing. Like when I say like, yes, you are. Like, I had a chat with Paos on the phone, and he said to me, Big Sey, that's over smart. Come dama gida this musician, Gambian musician was smart with Big Sey. When he writes, you think like he's smarter when he speaks. I said, Pa, don't you know that Big Sey is very smart when he writes? Just for my audience to know. It's not that now I have this rapport with other artists, but you've been here supporting Aji's Corner. That's what I said. Aji's Corner, mandama am gori strong yo hamne si gannaaw. When it comes to writing, they write. When it comes to speaking, dangamen. When it comes to sexy, then. When it comes to hands, then. Just to say this, Big Sey, you do contribute a lot towards Aji's Corner behind the scene. So Malak to call it Digudisa and said, I want to write up. This is what I want. You write it and send it. So Malak calling it, I want this, I want that, you there. And the whole idea of the hot seat, people ask me, how did you get involved so much? It came from you. You started the hot seat. You came with the idea. You said, bring it on, everything. So you might want to in the Big Sey. Big Sey more start hot seat. Big Sey more more is the idea and everything. And you guys should thank Big Sey because they more your work idea when they add gum music on. So I want to say thank you again. To be honest, yeah.
I mean,
I'm the Lord asking Lord, yeah.
I mean, I'm very flattered, and you've been really, really kind, young ma. I feel like young ma jo credit bo hamneni. I don't even know if I deserve it, and well, to be honest, I'm grateful. Man telu malaham as a person, like personally, man mayo. You understand? But I saw what you were doing, and then even though I don't give 100% myself to Gambia and Gambian music when it comes to the industry. You understand? Because so they follow man some music career. I'm not like ST, if that makes sense. You understand? The guy, his whole life right now, present,
is based on
music. Me, I distract myself with other stuff. Like I like to engage and expand and then work on other stuff as well. Understand? And because of Lini, that kind of sees a percentage of a part of me Bohamdani could have been, empowering more towards my music than what it is reflecting right now. Understand?
Yeah.
So Mambuma Gise yo langa nekondi def.
Yeah.
And I saw you have the passion for it. So you were willing to lose friends, lose family, lose everyone else because this is something. It's like an escape for you, and just like how music is, it is for me. When you're upset or when you're stressed, when you want to go live, when something is really, really disturbing you, making you feel a certain way, you go on live. And whenever you go on live, I can see how nakangade get extra case from that tense Aji to this very happy and exciting because you love what you're doing. You understand? And me personally, I think you are very good at what you do. Understand? So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be part of this. I'm grateful you even recommend the not very hard effort you're from on into this. So having you even sit down and mention this means a lot.
Yeah, because like and to be honest, having you in my life, Tamit, makes me like, because you challenge me, like you try to say, you know, we like come challenge sometimes I'm like, I want to do better, I want to show him that I can do this. Like you just then they like a trigger point you have. I want to show Big Sey the more, hey I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna show the guy that like they like trigger points. Yes, going back, like I said, Mother Man, I've got smart people who are even musicians behind me who support everything that I do. And Big Sey, having to have you here. Be yourself. Going back to the event, I came out last time, thingy, what's it called again? A recap of a review of what I saw there. But having you here, because many people were asking questions, this is my life, yo, what I'm gonna answer. Be yourself, tay, then you want to dig gam fespi. Tay, this one gonna ST attack, nyom altam is nyom to the rest of the team, so, Musa Philly. Let me not lie to you. When I saw Musa Philly, when we spoke and when we were in the car and you spoke that Musa Philly was coming, I'm like, bloody hell, this guy is good. Like, you're not literally leaving anyone behind. Come the movie fee, he needs to be there just like every other artist. And I've got a question that someone was like, Kun Sophia, the fan nigga. Sophia, play with on Birmingham. So, like, they're surprised that you brought everyone on the team. And this is where we take it back, Big Sey. Like, what brought the idea of you, I'm not leaving any artist behind. As long as you're in the UK and I can reach out. And this not a list, on them. I'm not artist, you're so about, but they were on the list to come and perform. So tell us, why did you come with the idea of me artists you're not even artists but why did you thought about bringing these people, all of them, on the same platform? Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, man, I believed in we only rise by lifting each other. Man, like if I believe in something, I like anyone who is working towards it or working with it. I think we are a team, and then we are all trying to pull one ship. So rather than dividing or segregating or thinking the man I can do it, I'm stronger if I have more people with me to push it. Does that make sense? And also the magis artists you bari in Gambia, sen career dafa dem mu fail because they didn't have the platform and the support that they deserve. So if I have a little bit of like opportunity to give these people a platform, I will rather do that than not do it and then watch these people with their talent go, unnoticed. Understand? Man, Musa Philly, when we communicate and then Maria man mato magisna mugi UK. Understand? Manager reach out to him and mom si bopam text sutma or anything. I am the one that went out of my way to reach out to him and said, yo, I know it's really late right now. My flyers are out, everything else is being set. But I would love to have you on my platform to come and, you understand, grace it. But the kid was overwhelmed. He was so over the moon. You understand? He was even willing to pay for his own travel. Come on. No, I'm not gonna let that happen. So me and Kanu, we spoke. So Kanu normally handled that side. So Silawatana Kanu, we agreed on whatever it costs, no matter how, because there was train strikes, understand? So the only train you could get like is nothing less than £110.
Yes.
I didn't care about that. Mane Kanune, you know what? Whatever it takes, make sure the kid get his train ticket to and fro, munyo mu exi, and then make sure you book alcohol hotel and be mum tamit. Understand? I make him comfortable, let him come and attend the event. You understand? It was last minute. We have so many things going on. The night before, we have to go Birmingham and then perform and then come back that summa day event be to come and do mine. But people like Sophia, then they organize this type of stuff, and mainly then they focus onto the male artists only. I wanted to make sure Sophia have that headline as well, because she's talented, she's really good, and I like what she does. You understand? And I respect what she does as well. Understand? So nekute artists, you don't understand the struggle and how difficult it is to be an artist. You understand? So the other thing is, I have people like Altem Ace. He's been here. He's Gambian. A lot of people don't really because then they get a key is a British young kid. He's a Gambian. He's from Gambia, bro. His parents are Gambian. You understand that?
Yeah.
So, and he's super, super talented. Dama day gis artists yu bari ñoo xamne they are getting the wave yoo xamne ni sa this kid could get more than that or should get more than that based on talent, but no one gives this guy the platform that he deserves. So man luma de organize rek I will reach out to him. But he's very humble. He gave me all the respect. You understand? Musuma waha mu tontuma or mu jox ma kind of attitude bo xamne ni, you understand? He's always respectful and he's very talented. I want Gambians to pay attention to that kid as well. You know, Alton Ace, Musa Fili, these boys, they are the future of Gam music. Maybe we've been there for a while and then our focus is a bit different. But these boys, yeah, they want to do this for good. You know, it's like the likes of our Gambia. Understand? They're young, they're talented, they know what
definitely.
they do.
And Mariam Cham, this is what I always say.
Exactly.
They've got a long way to go.
Exactly. Give them the platform. Man, what I'm working on with my team is to make sure we can give this platform to even the Gambian artists to come over and then make open mic. Degala is gone, but we can always recreate open mic. We have superstars. We have people who were the brains behind open mic. You understand? People like DJ Kano, people like Sex Jaria. Understand? All these people we can bring them on. Understand? Work with them. So we had a conversation on how to reach out to these guys and then make sure we can work together. Because trust me, so for no matter how big you think you are and then getting all the attention, you are always bigger by trying to involve more people on this. You understand? We have a dream and then we want to make sure we see it through. If it doesn't matter me, this platform is bigger than me. Be Yourself Music is bigger than me. You understand? Even if I am not there, I believe my team, they have the potentials or they have the resilience to make sure they can maintain this and then make sure it carries on. You understand? The whole idea of it, to be honest, is to make sure we create the platform to make sure strictly Gambian artists you have based Europe and also back home can always come to showcase what they've got in terms of talent, tradition, and culture. We want to involve jigen nit yo xamne business fini, especially jigeni, you empower and find a way to work with them to make sure it carries on. There's a charity cause behind it. So there was a couple of years ago, Swinburne brother like Saliu Tal, that passed away in Manchester. And also there are other kids who have gotten involved with these. Dañ dee nekk high school or college ñu commencé di join ay gangs yi or ñeena di leen use pour ñuy get into selling drugs and all that. I want to be able, we want to make sure we can distract these kids and give them a platform where they can go play football or su fekkee dañ am talent woy ñu woy, su fekkee dañ bëgg a dance ñu dance, understand nga? We want to be able to pay for these, you know, studio. Right now maa ngi jënd a whole studio, whole recording studio, everything, equipment, yep, I have it. You understand? We want to work with people who can record these kids and give them the platform so that they can record themselves. We are trying to get in touch with dance choreographers, understand? Make sure we can get these kids, same passion is for to dance, to make sure they can get these kids to work with them, train them, Sunday school or weekends free, instead of going to the streets or doing other stuff. Let them go and, you know, enhance their talent. So lead if they muna reduce crime rate also, if they muna nurture xale ba pare génne talent yu nekk, because nit ku nekk am na lu la yàlla may. So at their early age su fekkee ne mun nga na help ñoom you find this talent in them and then they love it. I think it's a great idea. So this whole Be Yourself thing, Watermelon, is bigger than what meets the eye. So we just want people to understand the story behind it. We welcome any questions or any advice, you know, anybody want to share, or, you know, we are here. Collaborating, we are here. We want to collaborate with anyone. And then as far as is to promote and push youth talent and then help them get away from crime or potentially ruin their life, we are up for it.
Just a quick one. This is why I liked for the viewers to be interacting too. Someone wrote a question and said, can I ask you if you are the host of the Nottingham show? So are you involved in the event in Nottingham this weekend?
Right. I am not part of the management. So I got a phone call yesterday actually. And the organizer is called, I think, DK Barbers, something like DK Barbers. and they are an organization, and this is something that they want to start doing, because around those areas there is nothing happening Gambian, especially Gambian music or Gambian programs and stuff. So they want to be, I think, the first to organize stuff like that, and then welcome Gambians, make sure, because when they organize the event, man suma event, I saw people came all the way from Bristol.
I saw my friends from Glasgow.
One guy, from Scotland, he traveled from Scotland to came. Nit yi dañ dee jógee fu sori. Programme bi dafa later start, and then if you watch the video, you can see ne ci beginning it looks so empty and like community nekkuñ fa, but people bought ticket and stood outside. But later on, everyone else has to come in. But some of them travel long way to come and attend these events. So all I'm saying is, if everyone can organize something on their corner, I think it gives the Gambian that freedom of like, we don't have to have to budget or travel that long or go through all that. It's worth it. It depends on what program, what you want to do. But for now, the far fear they don't have the power. Understand the financial power to travel that long, book accommodation to attend an event. Understand?
Yeah, definitely.
So they gave me a call, and then they were like, we've been trying to reach out and on Instagram, but because of Nekun one friends or they follow each other, the messages were going on message requests.
Yeah.
So I got on it, and then I saw their message, and then I got back to them, and they have this event going on. So there's ST, there's other artists. I was like, yeah, let's communicate. So communicate, and then we talked about it. We agreed on some conditions. So now we came up to an agreement. So I will be there performing, but not as one of the managements.
Okay, Big Sey loolu set na trop about the event bi tamit the event bi mu ngi start late. I will come there, but dama bëgg man ñëw si yow artiste yi nga xam ne ñooñu nga amoon on stage. Te yow ku la xam ne yow yaa ST, you guys are close, te xarit ngeen. Regardless, we've been seeing you and ST. And basically, ST attack, people have been doing the trophy and Philly. Understand what I mean? So, yo ak ST knowing the friends again. Regardless of that, nga gis ne attack mu ngi UK, nga contact ko and say, you know what, come to my event and perform, and then get a deal or package deal. Why did you think of attack come? You were not biased to say, you know what, I don't care so if attack naked or not, man, ST small while. So do attack do place must so be and all of that. Come Gambia, we have got de halatin. So man am a Big Sey problem. Big Sey, mbolem ko xamne dama ko xam dafa war am a Big Sey problem. So regardless nga gis the attack mo fi nga add ko on. So why did you think about doing that? That your munanga ko def tabi nga lose sa friendship bi ak ST, even su nekk da nga fay attack o ñaka fay attack, but you risk all of it to say ne kii dafa ñëw perform. Why?
Okay, one thing dama ko bëgg clear, because they nekkul yow kenn yaa ma la the question bi, you know. ST, a lot of people, I feel like they could enjoy it because they don't really know him and they don't speak to him directly. But ST si bopam du don buga man ma back behind.
Okay.
When I had a conversation with ST, ST want to give everybody a platform, you know. He will never want to stop your food. Understand? Attack, this is the first time when you're UK.
Definitely.
And Yaram is no deaf application. It wasn't me. They did the application. Understand that? All the process in nyoko handle. Even send ticketing sisa, Yaram art nyoko fake. Understand that? I spoke to Job directly. When I suma gam fest with the tombe a week after yen send event be. So I think it will be, I would love to have the boys put you down and then be part of suma event be. And then when we had this discussion, ST Gambia. Understand? Because our aim is to make sure whatever is happening up north, we can do the same down here. And regardless, whatever is happening on north, we have our own agenda and what we do, because I'm a very big following. Understand? So giving ST, trying to put ST on that platform and then not putting the other artists, or I just think you have to be very narrow-minded to think like that. it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So what people are making online, all this noise and all these arguments, yeah, is really not reflecting on what is really happening between
The two of them.
or ñun ñëpp, understand? Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're a grown up. You know what you want. Understand that?
Yeah.
And because of this, 1 minute, sorry.
Guys, ngeen may ñu tuuti comme ni ma leen ko waxee rek fii moom yëpp ay leer parce que borom bi Yourself mu ngi nii moom si boppam, and people have been asking me so many questions ne Big Sey dafa attaque dafa perform, Big Sey ñoo perform, then ST ñoo perform, loolu warutoon a am, danga am ST nga am attaque, so loolu yëpp dafa leer si waxtaan bi la bokka ak ñi doon wax ne lii leerul lii leerul Big Sey ñu continuer waat nga dellu fi nga doon waxtaane.
Yeah, sorry, all I was saying is like when the initial conversation came up, the idea was to not be biased.
Yeah.
Understand that? And then STC Bopam, he was part of the one who he was part of the guys who were like, you know what, this can't happen like that because we cannot understand. He doesn't care or whatever tension people are trying to create. You understand? He's happy to give everybody like the same platform because of, like I said to you, we believe in lifting each other. Understand that? That's the only way we're gonna rise.
Yeah.
And he shared the same goals and mindset with me, with everybody else that think like that. So it's really not what people were thinking. Like seriously.
Big Sey, you delluwaat like we've seen ST flyer Sienna the Gumfest flyer, knowing the attack is there, and attack Sienna flyer be knowing that ST is there. Was it part of the package deal with you? You know what? This is an event, and you both artists got a lot of followers. So part of the deal is, regardless of what is happening, you promote our events. Oh, this was willingly. Because when attack comes later tonight, I will ask attack this. But you, as the organizer, contact guy, guy. So was it, you know what, part of it, you guys can do whatever you want, or whatever people are saying, you promote our event and that's it. This is a contract. Was it like that, or they willingly did it?
To be honest, an artist is not really responsible to promote your event. Yeah. Because you don't, booking the artist doesn't mean they are
should impose something on them.
No, they're not obliged to promote your event, but that's your own responsibility. People pay promoters to promote their events. Understand? So but as normally the thing is,
guys, wax naa leen nag Big Sey moom nam tey dina answer fii seen questions yi parce que wax bi bari na, noise bi bari na. Man nag maa leen di indil seen gars yi comme ni ma ko doon waxee, attaque mu ngi war a ñëw 8 PM bindaanguma ko because confirm nguñ 8:30 wala 8:30 or 8 o'clock or 8:30, but I can tell you guys the 99.9% that he is coming tonight. Dafa nekk di travel, so we have dingi su nekkee dafa cancel tamit, I will let you guys know. Big Sey ñu delluwaat si poster bi and all of those advertisements that we've seen.
Yeah, baaral ma suma brother bi léegi la dugg si, so dama am pour jokko.
Please jàppale ma rek nga bàyyi suma boy bi.
Anyway, sa boy bi dafa bari problème. Yeah, so lu ma doon wax rek mooy yow mu dee organize event, it's entirely up to you pour nga promote sa event bi. But it's just relationship boo xam ne ni people don't often talk about it. So ñun ñëpp dañ dee jàpp ne as far as artist bi mu si mu ngi dem si programme bi, or Boka is part of the program, or Mumfa perform, is only right for mom si bopa mu share ko mom tamit. It's not compulsory, mainly because unless feka again am this conversation prior to having agreement on the show. Now wow, then buga part of this agreement, contract, whatever we are working on, you should share our flyer or do a video.
Yeah.
Because then we will ask the artist, can you do a video, or can you share it, or can you do that? But like I said to you, lead of is maybe a conversation you guys should have prior, or part of a package or a contract you guys are working on. But it's not really a responsibility to the artist then mom the forward promote your event. Does that make sense? Yeah. But also Attack sharing the flyer and ST sharing the flyer and both knowing each other, like Attack hamna ST mungfa, ST hamna mungfa. Like I was saying earlier, it's nothing personal. This is just work. These people listen together, understand? They do this to get paid. They do this to fill their pockets. Understand? At the end of the day,
so if they promote it, the more people come, the more it favors them.
They're winning, not just the promoter, they themselves. Because
it's common sense, isn't it?
Yeah, organizer bi mun na wax ne like dama la buga jox patient instead of I pay you. In that case, the best thing to do is artist BC Bopa mu engage into pushing the show. Understand? Because the bigger the cake, the more they can have. Understand? So Gambian artists dama day gis ñena ñu bari dang leen dé def ci event nga def leen ci show bi ñom ci seen bopa they don't duñ dé kiasa pour share ko. Understand? Because maybe they can agree on a specific amount ne ñom li nga leena fay. You get me? So all they care about xam nañ ne yow da nga fay guy is an agreement, is a contract. So they don't care whether your program that I think that's selfish. Understand?
Definitely.
So thankfully man, we didn't fall into that situation, and we tried to have a good relationship with everyone. We try to be fair to with everyone, and I think lolu moy muna keep relationship be mu go broader, and then everyone else wins, you know.
Sa sister Yande Sala mu ngi wax hi comme ni ma waxee rek ñu involve audience, and if they also have a question they can ask the question. Big Sey mu ngi ni talk muy Ibrahima si moom bu ko si organizers of Gumfest bi Be Yourself Music bi Manchester. Big Sey basically last year Be Yourself biñ organiser Gumfest bi dafa nekkoon si benn place boo xam ne bu ndaw la, so but people, the turnout was great because I literally saw that you guys underestimated the crowd that was coming out for that night. And this year I saw that you lot said, you know what, we're going to this level, to that level. So I was so proud because I'm not follow the last year. So like y'all ask how many organizers, did you guys sit down and say we want to make this better, or we want to take the risk? Oh well, you know what, last year was filled and it's a smaller place, we might not take the risk this year. But why did you guys say, okay, you know what, I'm going to take the risk and move it to a better venue?
Right. So that's always has been the aim and the objective of our platform is to always go bigger and better. Understand? So ñun dañ believe ne there is always a window to improve. Understand? Nit ki loy def su fekkee nekkuloo di si seen to progress, I think you should quit, you should leave it. Understand? So it was the first time we were staging that event last year. And then when we did it, it was so last minute. We didn't have option but then to go onto that event. To venue buñ ko defee. We were not happy. It wasn't our first choice, but it was the only option at the time. But then this year we try to avoid that by booking earlier and then going to where we think should the event a bit more. Understand? There's still so much to improve on, to work on, and then we learn from last year and this year, and I think it's only gonna get better from now on.
Big Sey loolu am na solo torop, and basically naka leen ko waxatee, I just seen it comme yéen I'm just proud with the fact ne gis ngeen ne comme ni nga ko waxee rek su fekkee yaa ngi def dara sax nit yi ñëw ne ok fii dafa di wala ñu criticize. I think that's for you to concentrate and check lan la nit yi di wax ne mooy the issue, or lii la gaa gis nga talk nga put some sense together and said I'm gonna take it from this level to this level, because we should be able to accept criticism, especially when it's towards positivity, if you get what I mean. Waaye xam nga moo nekk bañ saaga be attaquante bi. Big Sey comme yow sa artiste yi that night ñëpp half of it ñëw nañ, am na ñu ñëwut, understand lu ma mean, but ñu ñëwut tamit bariwut. And dama bëgg a xam comme léegi si biir hall bi foofu noonu, like why did you guys decide ne you gonna have chairs? Because like man suma review bi wax naa ne to me next year when you're doing the shows ñi ngeen xam ne jox ngeen leen petrol si sponsorship bi or your guests, ñooñu noonu mun nañoo talk in the table, because I think that it didn't encourage much of people to stand up and dance when it's a gig. Because ñun Gambians, the thing mooy, we cannot differentiate a gala and a gig, or somewhere that you should be wearing heels, dress, or something, batty rider, jeans, or whatever it is. So you need to differentiate. But Gambian, when you have an event, then could they generalize? And that was a gig that is played in a hall, or in a hall. So what have you thought about it? Are you thinking, Papa, I feel like, come see beginning the motor don't just it was literally pushed. But I have the artists, they have to come down when you relate and connect to the audience. So have you thought about not bringing chairs next year, but, or you still want to bring it, but in a very close environment?
So even the decoration inside is something that we end up doing ourselves.
Yeah,
it wasn't supposed to be like that, because then sponsors, like then free sponsors come that find you decorate whole be
okay,
understand that at our own cost. Seriously, everything no say table bobu no patrons see, understand, all those people need more you offer lolu for free. We didn't have to pay for it.
Was this pass in the Gambia?
Yeah. So what happened was because of the time we mun access hall be, it wasn't convenient for her. Understand? So at that time. So sister Lena ak amicale, they have to go all the way to mom site am ñu jël bagage yi ñu ñëw isi ko ñom ñu defal ko seen bopa. And that those chairs inside, they were not meant to be there. Understand? Togu yo non dañ ko pagoon ñu def ko si seen little store bi, but because of last minute be, and then we had, like I said to you, there are so much things that we've learned from this one, and we're gonna make sure it's not gonna happen next time. But we could have done better with the chairs, like not make sure they were not visible, they were nowhere near, because of there were some space for people to sit, and that was upstairs, because venue upstairs. Upstairs chairs here, how many is for people to come and just sit down and have a view of the whole stage. But then togu yu nekkoon ci suuf ñun dañ waroon na make sure togu yooyu nekkuñ fa, and we fail on that. We didn't do that. And this is why at first people were sat down, ñeneen ñi ñu ngi jënd ticket, because the place is big. They were just walking around.
Yeah, it's really
outside.
big. Yeah, it's
so
a big hall.
people really came. This event was we are grateful. It was a success. But everyone was scattered. Like people were there until performance boom, they maybe up to the half part, later part. That's when people, everyone that got tickets are coming in properly, and then, but Hamga Gambian be like ñun, we are then mean been a certain, when we're used to something, it's so hard for you to like understand.
You don't like change, yeah.
Yeah, we just don't. Either is scared or whatever it is. So it's just something that we've picked up on, and then we're definitely gonna learn from it. Make sure next time, it's not gonna happen. And we apologize to the fans, we apologize to the crowd. So we just want to say we definitely took into account what you guys thought and how you felt, and we're gonna make it right up to you next time.
Big Sey, when I was doing my review, Mota, it's important to have you there. I forgot to mention a cute little thing that you lot did. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. Man, people don't do that because I'm late, and I will come to the lateness. I didn't notice. But you guys had a setup for Hamne Kubuga Netalo, artists and all of that. Like, I didn't see that until the end part. People just say Niti Angeneta, and my friends got like pictures with you, Lord, on that flower thingy, and it's a cute little background for a picture. And I will give you guys a round of applause. Making us my help with them so Lord, and it was a pink little flowers and all of that. Oh, you guys are so cute. So how did you guys thought about the didn't book on the Talog, ST didn't book on the Talog, Attack didn't book on the Talog, Musa Philly, Big Sey, Altam, it's not like connected to that Z something. Nazim. So like all of you lot, but I'm like, how did you guys thought about it? You guys were so considerate,
I mean, right now the world is moving, understand? People, we are more of a quality than the quantity, understand that? That is something that we paid for. We paid for the flower wall, and then we got red carpet, and we also try to have our sponsors on the side of that, so that when people come, they will know these people are behind the event. And actually, before we go further, I know we're gonna do this later on, but right now I just want to mention it. We are so grateful to all our sponsors. You know, they came through because ñun sponsors yep, then contact last minute. Like less than a week. Who does that? Could you contact a sponsor less than a week of towards the event? But these people came through, you know, it doesn't matter because it's very important, Hamga, the brand, who you guys are, and the connection, the relationship you have with people. So yeah, so the flower wall, jigéen is an idea la, Ami Kole and Lena, all credit to them. You understand? So that's their department. So they did great, you know, bringing that on, and then with the red carpet, and then we hired a professional photographer, someone to document the whole event. So the photos are gonna come out, the videos are gonna come out, and people are gonna see, and it's gonna look amazing.
I'd love to share. Even though I don't know if I'm there, but I still love to share. Yeah, Big Sey, going back to that, I think Lolo Mom is just a credit I gave you guys. I didn't get the chance because my you weren't busy, but I would have loved to have a group picture with all the artists that were there. You then what see lateness be. So basically when you see the event at the beginning, you think like people like the turnout was not good. But I wanna know like what happened like there, because Masma Bopa, I was called when we were in the car. You said be there 11 or 11:30, but I got a call to say, hey, just come around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So when I got there, your brother was kind of bit upset. So I wanted to know, like, I'm like, no, I'm Monday, contact. So I was waiting for an alert. So what happened there? Like the timing and all of that had to change.
Yeah, the truth is, it was all on us. Understand? Mainly, I played a big part in that. Understand? I didn't do some of the things that I should have done earlier. Understand? Because like I mentioned earlier, I left the day before the event and went to Birmingham. You know, we had an event in Birmingham, so we had to go Birmingham and then perform for Fununu, and then we didn't get back until like 6 because traffic was really bad. We were driving back. I was actually talking to Kanu. Manako, the mistake we did, both man ak arms ak Kanu, we all went. So I drove and we left Kanu's car behind. We should have left arms, then we should have let arms stay with Kanu's car, and then to help with the other transactions.
But, yeah, I remember you saying that priority today that you made that mistake.
But that was it's something that I acknowledge, and then I've learned from it. I'm definitely not going to do that again. But part of it, like I said to you, is the miscalculation. Like we judge everything based on like what we thought, and then something else happened. You understand? So when we got to Birmingham, the main reason there was an event at the park where kids were playing and running around and doing all. It's an annual thing that Marvin does with Pagore.
Yeah, I was there. But I was a witness. I was there the whole time.
Exactly. So they got in touch and said, Big Sey, we would love you guys to come down, and then just so these kids can see you guys. You know, and it meant a lot to them. I could tell it was so hard for me to go, but I couldn't say no, because it's like not the organizers. You're saying no to these kids. You understand? They are so happy. They want us to go and then take pictures so that, you know, just to show up, just appearance. You understand? It meant so much to them. So I had to. Me and ST, we spoke, and then we decided, you know what, we're gonna have to do this, innit?
Yeah.
So that's when we drove. We went there. So that took a chunk out of our time, and then we hit we hit the traffic, and it was so congested we couldn't move. What should have taken us like an hour 25 minutes took us like more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then we got to the park. The football was nearly done, but we were so exhausted, and there's so many things that need doing, and we couldn't left the park as well until like 8 o'clock. So there was no chance we would make the time that we scheduled on the flyer. And you had the call because it wouldn't be okay to let you go with the time, and then just to find out that we were nowhere coming, and then you're gonna be there sat on your own or waiting for a long time. It wasn't good. So that's why the call came through to let you know we are running late, so you don't have to rush. Understand? What we want to do and say right now is that we want to apologize to the fans, to everyone that bought their ticket and came really early, and we understand what we've done, and then we take full responsibility. It's nobody else's fault, it's our fault. But we're definitely going to learn from this, and we're going to make sure it's something that it's not going to happen again as well. And like I said, there's so much we should apologize for, to be honest. But we are grateful that everyone was there, and in the end, people were like happy.
Big Sey, yeah, you mentioned about Park B, and we still bring it because it was a collab with Manchester Boys. So, because Manchester this year, I'm an event to Park event like a cultural weekend that every other cities did, and they only did Saban. You guys coming up with the Park. When I spoke to my friend in Manchester, she was like, "Oh man, do my damn can do know because Manchester moms of the events lady can do they know." And when I got there, I was like, bloody hell, because I had to encourage my friend and say, go with the kids. And she's like, no, I'm not going. Even with the event at in the night. She said no, she was not going because mom do need goodie, munut goodie the far nella the far son, and she's got a 2-year-old. Like, no, do anything like, but I can tell you this girl is bloody like kind of leader aman next year do you know what I mean? So be my agency pack be having to see that people came out and they turn out. Do you guys want to turn this to you? Because since you lot don't have an event Bohamne Legi Manchester weekend, have you guys thought about bringing something Bohamne Manchester weekend? Because Parkby was nice, people came, and your the fam could just fly be man rek mu contact la ne dafa ñoo jaay si mu joge be I can't even remember Bristol something like that mu ñoo jaay si fofu nono. So what do you guys think ball Parkby ak sending next year?
I mean, the football, I can take credit for the football tournament. That is all Manchester Boys show. You understand?
Okay.
It's an annual thing that they do, and I am part of that football team. With or they do this annually. You understand? So this year they were supposed to do it a week before my event. So then when we spoke, and then we decided, you know what, I think it's going to be bigger and better, like to collaborate, make sure we have something.
It was a good combination.
And something on the night. So both parties came together. We had a meeting. It was very smooth, and the idea was to just bring everything. And so they had to move their event, the football tournament, to the day that I suggested for the event. And it was a mutual agreement. And it turned out to be what it turned out to be. So it was really good. People appreciated it because see their time. Attend event because they're too young. Were able to enjoy the park. There was a bouncy castle, and there was a sound system, and people are selling food, African food. The Kaba, that lady you're talking about, she works hand in hand with Kaba girl in Gambia. So it's like empowering another young Gambians business, giving them the platform, and then giving them the financial support that they need to make sure they take their business next level. And because of her now, Kabaga in Gambia is able to even employ other people and give them the same chance that she's got to make sure they can, make ends meet. And understand? So when she contacted me, thanks to you, and she said to me, I heard your event and I want to come and do business. I didn't have the power to say to her, go to the park and see, because park be council be the new job conditions. You have to submit some paperwork, some business paperwork, make sure you are registered and then you're insured, with health and safety and all this guidance. So I'm not gonna get into that. Something else happened in the past, and then because of that, now they've put all these restrictions. So I spoke to the park organizers, and then the guy said to me, the lady that is registered to sell, this is her contact number, speak to her. And that's what I did. I rang her, and then I took a permission from her. She was very helpful. Understand, because at first it wasn't easy, because understand now like they've gone through all this paperwork and paid so much money to make sure you register some business fee. And then they can't just let everyone else to come and share their platform and selling food, since they're selling food. You understand? But she was so cool. I told her, like, there's no competition here. The aim is to try and expand and make sure we have more options for the people that are coming. You understand? And she was very helpful. She, like I said, she said to me, you know what, you can do it. Bring her, let her come, and then she can share the platform with us. She can share our tent, and then she can sell. So when I got back to the lady and told her, she was over the moon. She couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I gave her the option. If you can't sell in the park, the option was come to the night event. I'll give you the free platform. You can just sit there and sell whatever you want. You understand? Because I know what she's doing, and there's a Gambian involved who is in Gambia.
She got me this, and she got us ST21.
Exactly.
And she called me yesterday thanking me. Yeah.
Exactly. So she did that, and she is also giving our Gambian sister a platform and helping her financially, working with her. So why, if I have a platform that she needs, why can't I share that with her? So it was a no-brainer for me. Like it was an easy decision. So, but she appreciated it. She appreciated it. She loved it. She was taken care of. I gave her Lena's contact, and I said, speak to Lena, whatever you need, because she couldn't get a table, and I said, speak to Lena, whatever you. And Lena offered her table for free. Said, you can have my table, you can use it to sell whatever you want. And I think this is what makes us who we are as Gambians. We have that heart to just accommodate other people, and most of us, and to be honest, this is the trait that is gonna help us grow and then be like other communities,
Big Sey, like I said, involving the audience too. Melvin, who is Ibu Jame Road. Money, I saw the video at the show. Was great show, and they performed very well. Aji calling the crowds forward to stand up was the best thing. We will get there. Me and you spoke about this. That is where I stole the show. Big Sey, having to go back to Aji's issue. I am someone that does that's got a platform. Since last year, Ngama called and spoke to me about having me to MC your event. And since last year, I said, I've never MC'd that event. And you said, hey, man, you're not because somebody film, I saw talent, this and that. You can do this, blah, blah, blah. And you even said, okay, I want to bring you on to the team. And someone also wrote before me, having Aji, having Aji to add on to the team will bring more stuff. I'm not going to be now let's pretend like Aji is not sitting here for a minute, if you know what I mean. So you're having to see it. Aji ndawla muneka si arbi muneka si suwahe arbi sila boka come having a talent, which is talking and saying, because MCing comes with a little bit of comedy, entertaining the people, trying to get them to connect, bringing them to you. You am that of the show. You're having to know that Aji Wanala from the beginning, Aji Musuta MC. What made you believe in Aji before Lisa, the last year summer when you planned this? Aji nga am more MC. This year came. At Binyere, you still went on to invite Aji. Why did you believe in Aji to bring Aji when you knew that this was going to be her first time? Ngawarko Bricks and Bricks, a big event like Gumfest.
So, like I said to you, I didn't know you in person before. You understand? But since we communicated, like since we started getting in touch, and then I am watching your stuff. Sometimes we ourselves, we don't know what we got. Other people will often say to us, "Yo hamulo sayo langa am." You understand? Man, I know you. You are born to do this. I could tell from the get-go, like you got this and you got this talent. So people trying to do stuff and being passionate about it and having it in them is two different things.
Okay.
Dang they gis nit ko dey job mu dem liggéey. Some people work because they're passionate about that and also it's paying them. It's different from like you getting up, going to work just because you want to get paid to pay your bills. Man, luma de gis yonga de def yeah. You get paid or not get paid, you love doing what you are doing. You understand? So all I'm doing is bringing you to do what you love doing. And there's no better person who can do it better than you are, because this is who you are, like emceeing and talking to people. You understand? maybe you have never explored that side of you, but man, I seen it, you can do it. I had the belief already, so I didn't see it as a risk. I just want you to help you uncover something that I know you can do, because sometimes we have certain talents in us because of fear or because we've never explored that side of us for whatever reason. We don't know we got it. So it takes one person, just one person, to push you to uncover this side of you. And I think that's all I did. All credit is to you. It's nothing to do with me.
Big Sey, MC in part B. This man come your bigger sene like this is where I have to credit you again. You didn't just call or message, you wrote you message and said, can I have your email? Like it was so official. And I was like, bloody hell, like it's organized, like you're organized. You said you asked for my email and I sent my email and you sent me an invitation through my email. My later reply, I just didn't even get to you. But later part B. So that my late to get to you, but I saw the email and all of that. So regardless of Loli, why didn't you change your mind and say, hey, I just respond. Let me go find other MCs, put you jail baby. And the time I responded from now 2-3, it's just 4 days I think before leaving me. And then when you spoke to me, I thought, to be honest, then I give up. But you still said, hey, I was waiting for you to think it to respond because you are the one that I wanted. Why didn't you change your mind? Okay, you know what? Let me just plan B, plan C for this event.
I think it's important. Nit ki nga practice, nga exercise composure and patience. You have to give people chance. You cannot make prejudgments. Yo hamulo koku sila la neka lui ban condition. Maybe they didn't respond because they're not well. Maybe they didn't respond because there's something else going on in their life. You understand? You have to always get in touch. If you get in touch with someone, especially send them an email to requesting whatever. I think it's very important. Yeah, you try and don't judge, don't make a decision is hasty. I just I didn't know what was going on, so I don't think you are that sort of person who will just not want to respond or say anything. Or you're not available that day, you will come back to me and say, for whatever reason you cannot do it, and this is how I would like to work with people. You understand? I was just considering what could have happened, Belutayo respond not the other way around. Understand that? But I think sometimes fulfilling they lose a lot of opportunity to do greater things. We always quick to judge stuff and then we make decisions. It's not something we thought about properly. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think it was very smart of me not trying to be big-headed, but it ended up giving me the best show, because I was patient, then I had what I wanted.
Big Sey loolu am na solo trop gis naa ne like ñun mi nga xam ne invite nga ñu ñun ñëpp offer nga ñu hotel including me, and I was like man mun naa dem suma friend then whatever it is. And when you said MC Rin man maa yow seen relationship, I'm like, you know what, I'm not coming all the way to Manchester to MC for you for free, because we just have to say it. And you were like, no, like just come, if you know what I mean. Dinala sort out and all of that. I was like, oh, pull the atlifin, hanga pull do you're not having me for free. And then you offered me dinner pay for transportation and all of that. And to be honest, this is the first time I did an MC, and this is the first time my def event bo hamne. I'm not put travel for no event BJ, boromum dugal halis, nema finally, if you get what I mean. So munon nga wax ne man maa yow suñ relationship su ma la waxee ne du free nga ne du ma ko def bàyyil ma dem uti keneen, but offer nga ma, like I said, the package. And this is where my friend even looked at me and said, I told you stop doing stuff for free because you're talented, and now here you are, you've got paid for your talent. And to be honest, I was so happy to say that I did this for the first time and the guy didn't do it for free. Regardless, we don't go the free. Hey, Aji Bulma Yap, the Mother supports a platform kind. And Big Sey, we've seen Aji being your MC. New them si Sobi Banga Hamne Sobi. Okay, let me tell you this. I thought because you Kanu gave me a coach of less than 30 minutes in the car where you were. You didn't even coach me. When I said coach me, you said like, Aji, please munga definitely. And Kanu I said, Kanu, please Big Sey that Mother Sona. Kanu gave me a few minutes of coaching, yo, Yamfa, you just kept quiet because you just believe that I can do it. I'm just bothering you guys. You them fofu event be start. To be honest, I thought I was gonna get the anxiety, the panic attack, and all of that. I don't even know like how I maintained the whole of that. But when I got on stage, man, I was connected with a Discord audience because the people were there. Most of them tell me because they wanted to take pictures with me and all of that. I think that like after the show, Big Sey, like I saw critics online, which I'm gonna bring because people were like, I saw a write-up that says it was the wrong choice of an MC. And someone called me and said, I have never seen someone who criticized an MC on an event. The person was like, I looked at this as a personal attack because I don't get it, if you know what I mean. So, yo, as someone who invited an MC, what would you say and where? Because I saw on the book, so you were so happy. You came to me more than 5 times and said, you did it, you nailed it, you did. Like, you were just, I don't know, I didn't regret this, you did it. So, what made you think that I did it and how did you feel after the MC reel?
You know, each person is entitled to their opinion. That's fine.
Yes, definitely.
But this is beyond that.
Yeah.
This is not just me from my word. My team, the crowd, the audience, people that attended this show, every single person had nothing to say negative about you or how the event was emceed. It was bang on. Everything was like, yeah, on point. You understand? And talking about the payment and stuff, we talk about supporting each other, us Gambians, yeah?
Yes.
Support. How can you support the person if you're not paying them for their service? This is what I know you love this. This is you're passionate about it, but then that's your job.
Yeah.
So for how long are we going to be here watching Aji's Corner if we are not paying for Aji's Corner service and there is no way she's earning
a dime?
From what she's doing. Understand?
Yeah.
It's only about time. If I get a point where I'm crash. Gambian artists you body lolu more than Daniel take. ñun dañ dee bëgg a book artist bi ñu ne ko ne dañoo def charity event o ñu book artist bi ñu ne ko ne ma ne ñun ñëpp Gambian lañ understand nga nekkuma di def lii pour anything understand nga and then you don't pay the artist and the artist is there having in mind ne yow moom dafa nekk di support sa event bi rek.
Yes.
Or you make them believe that you are giving them a platform to support them themselves even though ñoom ñoo nekk dañoo di la jox service de di la offer service but yo yaa ngi install si seen mind yi ne you know what? Perform. This manipulation more than within the Gambian industry, and this is why Gambian artists and Gambian talent keep fading away just like that, like the wind. Understand? Man hamna ne yo, you made it clear you didn't lie or hide. You said to me, my MC. Understand? Like I said to you, man, I know that you can do it. It's written you, and you just need to find it and do it. Understand? So, so MC, I'm gonna have to pay that person.
Yes, definitely.
So why would I give that money to someone else just because Nekut Gambian or Benin MC when I can have you and then pay you to do the same job? I want Gambian people to learn from this to understand me. Service you bari ñu ngay fay yeneen nit ñu def ko. The same service Gambian can do, we will not pay them. Understand? Man, Njok Malik is the first guy to pay me certain amount of money. Understand? My book Muyobuma London. He booked for my transportation. He paid for my hotel. He paid me money. Lolo la like understand that? With no problem. Understand that? You can say whatever. Yaram art. That's one thing that I'm for. So if they're not working with you, they're not working with you at that occasion or on that event. Or if they're working with you in whatever event, whatever agreement you guys had, they will make sure it's taken care of and on time. And I have so much respect for them for that. Understand? So these are the people I try to emulate when I'm organizing event and dealing with people, especially artists. You get me? So I thought it was only okay, it was only fair to pay you for what you are doing because that's your work. Understand? And also, regardless of the connection, you want me to help you with this, help you with that. Understand? Man suma bopa dama dey learn, dama dey develop suma bopa, interacting with people like you or asking me for help. Understand? I don't know it all. I don't know everything. Understand? Me myself, I'm learning every single day. Dealing with you, even trying to support you in writing or trying to help you construct whatever it is, an article. I'm learning from doing that. Understand? So you need to be professional how you're dealing with people because you want to be treated in a certain way. And the levels, standard level, you have to give the same thing to other people so that they can give it you back. So I thought, man, damabuga kuma approach for service, for work, I will prepare them to email me and then we deal with it professionally. So if I can email respond, I will give it to part of my team. They deal with it. So that's exactly what I was trying to do with you. And I think, you know, all Gambians, every one of us can you know, go about it this way and it will help us all.
Big Sey, basically, video be the majority can don't film, but the MC part, I've got even my friends and said we wanted to see the whole MC part because you, like when you go to an event, you're telling me that you busa I need you book a Satan and all of that. Even my friends, well, I didn't book on this lingo soul for the night, no, if see MC and all of that. But I came on female, Baba them, but anyways, miss most part of it. Yo, if you're gonna rate me, like Melvin said, as an individual, I felt like I stole the show, but you did great by connecting me with DJ Kanu because DJ Kanu is someone who I am comfortable with, and that helped because Kanu, we've got that rapport, that relationship. So I just felt like the man as an MC next year, Lima improve on because I am 100% sure I'm coming to the team again. That I can tell you. You don't need to tell me. So I think that I know. Bro, what are you talking about? So basically, I just said, I stole the crowd. When I said Kanu, he said yes. I said, Dale must my artist be. Like confidence, many man in the artist. Like, I face it, the fun people, maybe they will say, Ajulo, man, is super artist that Tioko. They're gonna joke, well, a joke. You know, I went high-fiving everyone, and I was like, you're not close enough. I want to talk, joke silent. So I didn't know that who invited me, you were man how about one for neka. I didn't know that you were watching that part of it. But I felt like me as an MC, come next time, I would have done that before Sophia come on stage. But there is why I got disappointed from the crowd. And I said, you know, bloody hell, if I don't hold this, I'm not gonna get that excitement and the love that I want to come on the crowd from the crowd. Yo, as an MC, where did you think? Because Melvin said the same thing, and that's what I think. Yo, love Foxy Night, you look at it and say, I'm proud of my girl.
I think, like you said, I might sit here and say whatever I want, but that was a great highlight of the show because Gambian crowd of Aji, every single person. If you can move a Gambian crowd, you can move a mountain, you can move whatever. Trinity, I'm sorry, we are very full. Understand? Musolu them nice. Musolu hamne daf ko jinde so like expensive stuff. Musol ko mudem talk, mudem si event ye mu talk. Be event bi je mu jok mu ñibi. Understand? Yo, you spend so much money buying this outfit. You spend so much money makeup, like def sa kawar bi. You look amazing. Nga ñoo si event bi you came and sat down and hide the whole event. Man, I cannot digest that. Mun mako understand. Senegalese,
especially we women.
Yeah, so them si Senegalese event am be do da nga fong ne ñi bayuñ ay dom sa seker bi. If you're there to party, to enjoy yourself, you might as well do it. You go to the Nigerian event, they are there to party, to enjoy themselves. They go and enjoy. Gambian with the farm this ego, like Yande. Thank you so much, sis. You know, ñun dañ am that pride bobu fuñ dem fo dañ ko dey yobale. But you were able to unlock that. You were able to communicate with them to get off their feet to come to what lolu is not every MC can do it. You have to have a skill to be able to connect with the audience and then to get them to come up. Sometimes artists are doing demon lolu. Artists mu taxaw ci stage bi mu ngi
yeah, that's why they were coming down
together. Artist bi mu ñew taxaw ci kaw stage mu tie mic muy wax nit yi ne mané ñew leen ci kanam oh come over understand nga they try to call people to come over. Gambian bi da nga gis mu ngi toog foofu mu ngi laa xool du move. Understand? But yo, for some reason, like I said to you, maybe you didn't see all these things that I'm talking about. I could see the potential, and I know, man, hamnani, I believed in you, and I know you can do this. You understand? And this just proved ne man lumadon was right. And also, it disqualified the person's critic, whoever that guy was. Yeah, lumdon was ne yo, you were not fit for the show, or warun la wana jail. Lol, sa point board race ni rek mu ngi prove kooku noonu wrong because and su fekkoon ne yow you are not like good enough for to MC rather. How would you be able to even display that skill to also connect with the people, make sure you déglu la ñoom ñëpp ñu jóg ñu ñëw. Understand? It takes a skill and experience for someone to be able to do that. And to be honest, man, I'm so proud of you. And then I was so happy when I saw that happen. It made me rate you even more. Yeah.
Big Sey loolu am na solo torop. Even my friend, the next morning she woke up and she was all over the hospital. Aji did well. They were so happy. Look, Nina and Melvin, who I haven't spoken to, and your Wahulo mom wrote that part of the show that I stored the show there. And Big Sey, you might see basically, like I said, critics said the sound system was not good. I'm like, you're not in the UK, bloody hell, like you were not in this show. Like, how did you know? And like I said, man, when I see things, I bring it, you analyze. I don't get how Ibrahim C is not in a particular event, or Ibrahim C watch a particular show, him or herself, and then go back to say, viewers said, like, I'm thinking like, whatever. So, yo, because everybody that was there would tell you the sound system. Like nobody who was there, ma'am, everyone who was there, thank you, ma'am, wouldn't say the sound system. I think in the end you went for the best of the best. You're being a young for one. You want a sound system because if you ask me, you lot bring the best sound system. Mother Manela, it might be my phone, be my don't fair life. You can't just come and say, Lee Mofaneka. People look at your thing and say, you're an idiot. And they're laughing at you, if you know what I mean. So you're not going to just say sound system because someone else would see that on my page and say, sound system, the Bahut on Manchester. So you're not towards that.
Okay. Maybe people will judge you based on, come you know, it's a life, you know? But little do you understand me. The life was on stage and behind the speakers.
Yes.
You're DJ, you're an international DJ, and you know so much about sound and music. You should know this. If you are behind the speakers, on the stage, but behind, you can never get a better sound system. Respond from the sound never worked. You understand? You can ask whoever you want. You understand? I think Malang Fati can be a great witness to this because the guy did sound engineering in university. Behind stage, behind speaker, the best response goes to the people who are facing the speakers. So I don't know, mom nakala experience did not a good sound based on your life because of the half of the time the life was viewing the people from the front. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. Which means you were behind the speakers. And I think maybe Koku Warna try to look into that before making such comments. Does that make sense? Yeah. But overall, we know what we received and what we had. Yeah. And I was pleased with what we got. And regarding the sound system, like I said to you earlier.
I'm sorry, for Marie, someone's comment who was there. Mom, she said, some Gambians like to provoke and belittle people. We need to change the narrative and concept.
We like to throw each other under the bus and we like to criticize. Instead of reviewing the whole process and then mentioning the good things that you've done. we would rather ignore all that and then mention the 1-2 things that we think we can criticize to make that person look really bad and not good enough for what they do. You understand? And this is another reason for why you bari dañ dee discourage da ngaa gis nit ko xam ne mu ngi am talent mu ngi bëgg a nekk artist or mu ngi MC, for example yow soo nekkoon koo xam ne da nga soft da ngaa dégga di daf laa
I've got a thick skin.
soo nekkoon keneen lii daf laa mun a discourage for MCing ever again in your
yes thank you
but thank God this is kooku nit yi seen wax yi or that particular person
not Coco because that's the only person I've seen.
It couldn't get to you because you saw why he was doing it. His reasons were out of malice and all he wanted is to try and break you down. But for some reason, you're a woman. I'm not trying to be sexist, understand that? And a young Gambian as well. Sumala munute support or encourage what you are doing, I will just shut up. You understand? Why do you want to break a young woman who is trying to do something that they love? They're not hurting anyone. They're not. Actually, they're there to make people happy and give them entertainment. And you're sat there. The least you could do is to try and break that person down, break them. What are you going to achieve? What are you going to go? You understand? As a man, how can you find comfort or happiness in trying to break a young woman down? It doesn't make sense. You understand? It just
Big Sey, but someone else said this because I've got a DJ that sent it to me and another content creator who also support Gam music and a Gambian artist that sent it to me. And the Gambian artist that was there, not you, a Gambian artist that was there said, I had to say this post and say lol because I'm thinking like, who attacks an MC and who would personally write a post for an MC? And the Gambian artist was like, this is my first time in my life where I saw a guy picking on a woman. And the Gambian artist was like, Aji, I want to know if you've got a personal beef with this guy. And another Gambian DJ in the Gambia called me and said, this is not the first time this person is writing about you. And the person was like, the same thing. Do you have a personal beef or do you know this guy? I said, if you ask me, and I will say this online, if you ask me, I don't know the guy. I've never heard of him. I've never had any interaction with him. I don't know. I don't have any beef with this particular person. But what the Gambian artist also said is, you know what? Is the industry that you're in. So many people have failed and they try to come up and they're struggling, especially Hell Harry. You know, I said, Hell Harry, look at born amut. There's so many stupid and silly stuff. And I said to the Gambian artist, when you send me the post, and I went and I saw the post was written, and I looked at the people that liked the post, the person that even wrote the post liked his post. I'm like, oh, there's some mental health issues in this because it's bizarre how you write your post. And I saw that it's for relevancy and attention. And I saw that it's a page where it is full of criticism and picking on people. And the DJ said to me, this is not the first time mu criticize that. I was thinking, and all of that. I was like, hey, fumneka man ma saf. Man ma ame niti, ma ame industry bi, kuma call dafa jël, kuma jëlut ma lifeal ko dafa ñëw. And this person was like, even being a lifeal jisul, the same person wrote. I said, I didn't even see that. You know what I mean? So, like, and the DJ said to me, it's a shame that a man would sit down and belittle a woman. It tells how the relationship with your mom and you know what, Big Sey? I looked at it and said, no. Bullfighting is not any ordinary woman. It's a strong woman. And our society, they get intimidated by women like me. Yangi buga def lo buga def munu loko wala nekon nga fa ken johatu la attention. Fa neka di dem attention. Yo ya fa de dem nga set. Understand? And the DJ was like, block him. I said, no, I won't. Buy komunyo di am lukon na hari. Muy binda because as far as I am concerned, industry la saf-saf. As far as internet la saf-safti. Na ñu hanti diga fu nekk di ma yore boss bi poñe ko. So dama la jox boss pour nga ñëw nga relevant dama la ignore. You know what I mean? So Big Sey, I'm glad ne yow sa bopp wax nga lo because man dama seetlu dara si industry bu nekk num tudda Big Sey. Góor yaa dee gaaru waale jigéen ñi. And I'm asking myself, give me a woman to quarrel. You am that woman bullshit. If a guy writes a post for me, I'm like, danga fail. Because you know what, Big Sey, artistes yi yaaga nañ fi yeneen ay DJ ay promoteur di tukki di leen bàyyi yéen ngeen nekk ndaw yoo xam ne léegi yéen a ngeen tukki di promote yeneen DJs di promote yeneen ndaw ñoom seen carrière dem na and be wasted. You know what I mean? They spend most of their careers as lone travelers. And during this process, you start drinking alcohol. You start, the level of weed that you are smoking is just up there. So that high, and you look at it like this person is taking my spot right now, if you know what I mean. So you launch an attack on them. So I look at it like, man, I told people, they set up for them smart. Man so bëggee relevance duma la ko jox because man maa ko pañe te su ma la mayee tuuti rek nga boos just to go from there Big Sey MC rin bi gis nañ ne event bi ñëpp play nañ yow nga nekk koo xam ne because this I saw from my viewers and he was a critic too attack dafa perform nga perform ST perform and I've got 2 people that called me and said why did Big Sey perform between the 2 big artists? It should have been attack last, ST attack second to last, and ST come last. Safi, who MC'd Birmingham, Safi said to me, before they give you the list of artists, Hamal ne ST moy perform first nga am attack. I'm like, Safi, and I'm on me put sa Gambian artists or young music industry to be working with them. I'm not ST moy neka the last artist, if you get what I mean. And man, Buma just said list and it was passed on to me. I looked na Yaneka in between the 2 artists. I was like, Kanu, one must list more and me put artists he perform. More mu amla, mu am attack, mu am ST. And I was like, no, then Big Sey needs to come, then attack. Wow, so I had to tell Amikole, Lajama Big Sey, if he is so about this, no more than you between the 2 artists. And people were like, no, Big Sey, no, teklante, no, lan mo nekk issue bi ba yow nga jox interval between these 2 artists yow nga ñëw because people are still asking about that question.
Right. Man, when it comes to Be Yourself Music Entertainment, we have ku nekk dafa am jobam. Each person have then ko allocate what you're responsible. I have no say into how the lineup was coming, who is performing first, who is performing. I was just an artist at that point who was at backstage, you know, to go and perform. Understand? And so gise so Shetane London event be, there was so much it was so intense. Understand? A lot of things happened, and then a lot of media outlets came out picking up from that. People are writing different stories because new artists here, niti then they use how our image, our platforms to kind of boost their own platforms, and in order some of the ways that they will do this, they will write something really negative because
just what we're saying about the critics about this guy. Exactly.
Negativity sells.
Yes.
You know. So wow, Big Sey is a good artist. He sometimes, you know, does this or does that. Launch on Nafi album. Monek on the first artist could launch album in the UK from the Gambia, blah blah blah. People don't care about that. But again, I'm gonna Big Sey dafa bonds kini dafa rekale or dafa fight anything negative, yeah. Lolu dafa sell. But lolu lum de def moy def de jox ko platform am bi relevance. You have more people liking your platform because they want to hear more negative stuff about other people. Understand? So the comments he likes and people will share these things. It doesn't matter whether the story is true or false. Understand? We have different platforms, and every platform have their agenda. Some of these people, they get paid to tarnish other people. You understand? They will receive, they will go that far to take income, cash, to just attack Aji because man Aji then am problem like Aji, I'm gonna go to your platform. Your platform is big and say, I'm gonna give you this amount of money and I want you to say so and so and so about Aji. But because it's negative, it's gonna go viral. And then to fake Aji is not a strong person, yeah. That's gonna break that person. You get what I'm trying to say? Nyun Gambian, that's what we are very good at. So whatever you do, wherever you are, you need to get to a certain level with your mentality. You cannot let these things get to you. You can't understand. So what happened, man, I was there, and then we all saw what happened in London, which I don't think is intentionally done or art. All I was, the way I'm trying to see it is sometimes intent pour def something really good.
backfire.
Even with all the intentions here, sometimes it doesn't turn out to the way you want it. And that is just life.
Yeah.
Understand? So I could see what they were trying to achieve in London, but unfortunately happened.
Yeah.
Understand? And that's fine. I did not want the same situation to happen in my event. Understand? I want to make sure everyone was respected with their boundaries, how they wanted to be there without having the interaction of the other. Or you understand?
Yeah.
Respect a boundary at your how you wish to be treated. So when it happened, man be in a backstage la am fufuno.
Yeah, it's a hallway.
Even though they are on different floors, but it has one route. Understand? So suma team bi ñom ami ko le ñom ñoo sétan li ñu analyze ko ñu xamné you know what, I'm gonna have to change the list a little bit. This is nothing to discredit ST's hard work or Attack's hard work or Nazim or Altam Ace. Every artist works so hard to be where they are. You understand? Regardless, Attack works so hard to be where he is. Understand? So man, so much John pour make that list. I would not have choose to perform before Attack or to perform after Attack. You understand? This is just me being honest with you, because right now at this state where we are, Attack has recently he's dropped more songs. He's worked harder than I did.
Yes,
I would have performed and then let Attack perform, but it wasn't on my control. But for the benefit of Attack and me and everyone else in there, they had to change the lineup and put Attack perform, and then I came after Attack before
and
ST.
then ST.
Like I said, I don't want people to see this as disrespecting anybody. You get me? It was the best interest for the show for everyone that was there. Attack was happy either way. You can see him performing. He was happy. He interacted with the people. People loved his performance. And I think it was one of his best performances in the UK. You understand?
Yes, I can tell you that. Yeah.
So, like I said, people are watching this event and then criticizing, trying to put negativity onto what I see as grace, something that is grace. So, and I don't understand why Gambians do that. I still don't get it. Why do we like to break each other down?
Gambians don't ask questions. Gambian attack to say this shouldn't have happened. Big Sey, let me help you to break down that point. Yesterday, I got a call from someone that asked me this question. Luther Big Sey, I think we should emphasize this more in Wolof. Luther Attack perform, ST wanna perform, Attack perform, Big Sey perform, Bapare ST you perform. Okay, here is me who is an MC of the event. Yo watanuma yo li. But when Ami Kole insisted and said no, Nila wara deme, yo nekulo fa sa team bi ñoma wax ne no, ñun ñoko arrange and oye ko because moko gisee man I was like no. But when yesterday, Nick called me yesterday, hamna mu get setan sa mu ne ma luta Attack perform, Big Sey perform, ST perform. Hamgal mako. Manako is common sense. Manako Big Sey watanu mom li. Manako is the same hallway. Manako Attack su perform on. Mu watch di dem. Just na fi mo watch di romba. Fofu la ST ak bodyguard sami. So Attack mu ngi under bodyguard sami. We are trying to run away from any conflict bo xamne xitna ki dina fokk ne ñi ñu ko jégué ñu grab ko en tasso bi ñu ngi try pour run away from lo xamne ñun suñu event bi la mo ya bëgguñ ciow, and this is where we got to the best event. So then pour because Attack su wacce the same place la pour STA, so suy dugga ci bir hallway bobu ST mu ngi taxaw ak nitam ni xetna ST du don react sa way nitam den fokk de o ki dafa yebaate or something, xetna Attack du don react way ST tam nitam den fonne ki dafa because bena yoon bi la te yoon bi dafa ndaw te ki mu ngi taxaw ba pare ay groupe am la taxawal. So ku nekk mun na react to a very simple and silliest thing. So we have to avoid that. So then pour indi, just to break it down in all, then pour indi Attack mu perform, su perform ba pare Big Sey mu perform because Attack suy génn Big Sey mooy dugasi. So Big Sey suy wàcca ST mooy dugasi. So dafa fekk Attack perform na ba dem Big Sey duga mu perform, ST suy dugasi Big Sey la moo tase instead of ST di dugasi di tase of Attack. So just to break it down, moo tax daf dee baax Big Sey after so si wala artist yi travel or things si am ñu indi waat leen beside the hot seat yeen ngeen break because people were asking even in the film bi lu tax Big Sey war a perform and people were attacking and I'm like bro, it's common sense. Yeen nekku leen fa moo tax maa doon ne yeen nekku leen fa ñun ñoo mën a toog ñu break down dafa mel ni benn yoon la si biir yoon boobu nag bunta bu mel ni néeg moo fa nekka foog esti taxaw a groupe am attaque war a ñëw romba foofu noonu like it was the best thing the best arrangement that you guys could have done to avoid conflicts coow wax bu sew xeex xuloo xëy na du doon am sax but dañ ko doon prevent rek pour yaba bu fa am so Big Sey you can take it from there.
Yeah, just to add to that, like you said, I'm not trying to indicate ST would have done something or Attack would have done
exactly that's what I'm
because
saying.
mainly do they make artists
yes
is people
behind
have
them.
People have love for you.
Yes.
And some of your fans will do anything to make sure no one is gonna say anything negative to Aji. Understand? So, ñun duñ dee mën a control loolu. Man suma boppa
sa sister Jay Bay mu ngi ne
man suma
what's wrong with you performing
before
attack after attack sorry. Many people don't know Gambians why the Gambians are negative. Don't know why Gambians are negative.
Man suma boppa just giving you an example. I had a brief situation there. Nit ko xamne xawmako from nowhere. They jumped in, interfered, and they nearly wanted to hurt the person. I had to come and say, you cannot do that. You cannot, no matter what. No, regardless, you can't do that. That person happened to be like, even ko xamne is younger and jigen la. Understand? There's no way you can do that. Lundut understand more, passion, more they control a lot of us. Emotion, people, a lot of us are driven by our emotions. Sa fan bi mun na feel so hurt to something lo xamne ni you are just looking at it as the ray.
Yeah, they let they buga to another level shit.
Yeah. They will go to that extent. I'm ready to fight or get physical with somebody just because the person said something negative about me. Understand? So man, buguma wanna jël the risk. Understand? I wanted to be like, you know what? It's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
So I made sure buguma lolu happen. So when Amikole came and then came up with that initiation, they're like, this is most of the situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. You lot did great, you know.
Yeah, Munyo Mune, Mom Lila came up with, and this is what he thinks is the best. And Mansuma Timbi, we respect each other. And we know Kulkune Kalum defect is the best interest of the kid. Kanu bum toge mu decide ne dafa wara change this of upcoming artists naka wara perform. I have no say in it. You understand?
Yeah.
Kanu is one of the brains behind Open Mic, like I said to you. Understand? He's been there, he's been working with these people. They got like X-Miles and Wagan, they are the forefront. People know these people, but they could not have done it without the likes of Nyom Six, Nyom, understand? Because of these people are engineers, they've played huge part in making that a success.
Yeah.
And I think every team should have that communication and that relationship whereby respect comes first before anything.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know that ding ma balal or what, but because I have a meeting that we're supposed to attend later on, so I'm just begging you to just allow me to get off a bit early. So
yeah, it's all right. Yeah, you can just after this, you can just summarize the event, your longer feel after the event, then we can just head off.
Yeah. So Lumabuga emphasize on is more onto people that supported us.
Yeah.
Understand? Even we didn't muna possible, or it would have been really difficult without the support everyone that came through to help us understand, see this other side of the event. Understand? And I want to thank Manchester Boys for trusting us to collaborate with us, giving us the opportunity to work with them on this occasion. We appreciated it. Understand? We want to thank our sponsors. We want to thank Chokli Single. He's a Gambian actor,
watching.
and he's a superstar. And I think Gambia need to try and understand and follow the story of this guy.
He gave your artist so much money on stage.
Thank you. He is not. He's not doing this for any other nationality or anybody else. But he's doing it to represent Gambia wherever he goes, and he's a proud Gambian. I think there are so many great people in our community, in our society, that we need to acknowledge and give respect where it's due. I personally have so much respect for the guy, you understand? Not because he came to our show or he sponsored, he supported us. I've seen his journey. Mom, that mom was a call one time, long time ago. You know what? I have this movie and we're supposed to premiere this movie. I choose you to come and do a soundtrack for my movie. He have the connection for with the Nigerian artists. Nyom Sen Baseby is in Nigeria. He see these Nigerian artists. He can, with a flip of a finger, he can get these people to record a jingle and do this. But for the soundtrack, he chose me to go and record it. He paid for it fully, funded. I recorded this song for their movie. This movie is being launched in Nigeria, understand? Internationally, bro.
Yeah.
Understand? Man, so people like this, they remember Gambian. They want to push Gambian. So I respect the guy. You understand? People like Jula Finance.
Yeah.
We approached Jula Finance very last minute. Understand? They didn't care. They didn't bother. They came through. They supported us less than 3-4 days. They were there. Understand? That is grace. I respect people like that. You understand? Yeah, then there for me, if they're sponsoring your event, it's just like that.
Yeah.
What you don't know is sponsoring is collaborating with the people.
Yeah.
Maybe you might not see the benefit right now initially, but people who are working with you, collaborating with you, they tend to respect that continuation.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do is reach out, communicate better with these people, and then see how best you guys can work in the future. You can never lose by trying to collaborate with other people. You're only gonna win. Understand?
Yeah.
So we have people that came through and then to support us, to support the event, sponsor the event.
Yeah.
People like Nyom Majula Jaite. She's a young Gambian lady who is so supportive with all this community. At first, then ko approach on Puru, then bugon munyo mom si bopam because she's very smart and with what she does, we wanted to have her to come in to at least maybe give a speech on how she became who she is, because I think it's a very good inspiration for what she does and how she got to where she is. Understand? But unfortunately, you know, we did it. But I still want to thank her. I still want to say thank you for being who you are and all the contribution you are playing towards Gambian music, Gambian industry, and Gambian communities. Understand? But especially Jula Finance, no doubt. These people, I will definitely happy to do whatever they want. Understand? Just based on the heart they have to support Gambian industry and Gambian music, Gambian artists. Approaching people last minute, approaching people even within months, you hardly get response.
Yes.
Talk less of 3-4 days, and these people were there, bang on, they're supporting you. The lady that supported us, with the decoration, Ki buñ ko approach mutu a week before event, but she did it. She didn't care. Understand? So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that supported us. People that came, bought ticket, people you traveled from far, in Manchester, and then attend Sobi, people like Young Jogo. So I cannot mention names because if I start a name, I'm gonna get stuck. But everyone knows me, everyone that came there wasn't just Manchester people, and we are grateful. I want to say thank you to all the artists, from Nazim, from Gambian Akuboy. I want to thank Musa Fili Jobate. I want to thank Gambian Akuboy, Attack, ST, the Gambian Dream. Understand that? Sophia Bass. I want to thank Ajis Corner for giving us the best MC of the year 2023. This, I don't think any other MC will top this. Understand that? I'm happy. We are pleased. Our team is happy. Be Yourself Music is pleased to say we already have you for our next event. We're going to send you the contract. We're going to send you the email. All you need to do is just to confirm it. Understand that? There is so much more, not just Gumfest that we organize. We're going to come up with something in December, January. Look out for the Eat and Tobaski. But also, I want people to understand what I was saying earlier. Our idea is to build a foundation whereby we can create platform for these youths. You understand? Kids that want to dance, kids that want to sing, kids that want to engage into sports, we want to give them the platform. Understand that? There are there's another project that we're working on. We have seen so many people like Gambian youths being deported from Germany, Italy, taken to Gambia. Understand that? We are working on trying to help these people with centers or skill centers whereby when they go back to Gambia, they can maybe get something that they can engage into. Because of some of them, maybe we can talk to professionals who can speak to them like therapy, get them to help them get back into the mindset, like into the moment, without losing themselves through the process of like spending so much money going to Europe. Maybe some parents then understand that ko aba o ñu ngi jaay seen kër yi ñu fayal seen doom yi ñu tukki only to be deported back to Gambia with zero. Understand nga? So gisee crime rate bi right now mu ngi high Gambia, a lot of things are happening is because yaa ngi bàyyi nit yoo xam ne ni defuñ la dara bu ñoo dem tukki yow laajuñ la xaalis, you didn't help them, you're not creating job opportunities in the country. They are now seeking it elsewhere and they paid so much money, even borrowed money to go there, only to be deported, to come back to nothing. Understand that? I think we need professionals to seek to intervene, to interfere with these kids as soon as they come in. New yobulenti to these centers, help them therapeutically, to speak to them, and then try and see where they are with their mindset. Give them like put them into skill centers, because EUB, what I've learned not long ago, I went to Germany. I had to speak to some of these organizations. I had the chance to I had the opportunity to speak to some people who are even working in the German council. You understand? Just to get to the bottom of it. So we try to record something small, like a documentary to understand what is behind it, what is motivating, how is it going, what initiated it, what is the reason for why this is happening. And all I could get was our government have an agreement with these international governments to make sure this transaction is being facilitated. And the EU had paid money to make sure these youths, when they get to Gambia, they can engage into stuff. But no one knows where the fund goes, and then no one knows what they have done to kind of help these people that these returnees. It's a mess at the minute, and it's creating a big problem, because what we don't know is for me, I look at it as a ticking time bomb. It's only a matter of time before something major happens as a result of this. So I think it's very important people like us and organizations like Yourself Music and Entertainment to consider these people. You understand? And then to try and take into consideration how we can help these people. Maybe pay professionals in Gambia to whichever flight they send to Gambia, give them the option to say if they can or they want to, they can have people, they can speak to professionals that can help them. Understand? Because putting these people back into the society, what happens is what we are seeing now. You get them the rope, they engage into crime, stealing people's stuff. You can't blame them. Like all you need to do is speak to them. Mambuma de Germany, I went to the Heims, understand? Come asylum seeker, I went to these camps and then speak to them. And when you hear their story, I promise you, it breaks your heart to just listen to what they got to say. Then thereby families, lots of like extended family back home, they have nothing else. That family, they send that one person who is in Germany. Understand? The guy would work tirelessly for years. German council Cape, because as far as Yange work overtime, Yange pay tax, you are developing Germany. Yange pay to the government, and they are using that taxpayers' money to build housing in their own country and also help the homeless. Yo Yange ligay di fay ñoo ñu develop ñoo seen country bi. But yo, even a kayit pour ñu jox la ko. Kayit duñ la ko jox. So
and Big C, before you go, I spoke to a friend that's been in Italy recently. He said he met a Gambian that literally lost his sanity. That was in a restaurant begging for food, and someone had to chase them out and say, leave. And he had to call this Gambian and bought him food. And he couldn't even have a proper conversation with the guy because he lost his sanity. And we have seen on TikTok so many Gambians that are in abroad that have lost their sanity in Germany because they are literally asking for their people and all of that. Like Gambians who say in front of in here, we say they've lost their sanity. So I think all of those things definitely need something like proper to be checked on, to be honest.
Maybe doing common avoid like on them losing their minds and stuff. But it could be so much could be prevented by just having these professionals ready, like put a plan in place when they send these flights to Gambia, because maybe they were telling me it's too late now to overturn this, but I don't believe in that. I think there's human rights laws that are in this world that if people tap into it and enough people have complained and maybe raised a concern that is right now affecting these youth here, if we have a good petition boo xam ne ni it reach certain amount, people will have, they have to listen to us. The international laws have to listen to us. Understand nga? Gambian bi dégg la bariwul xam nga, but bul xaar ba lii mu affect la yow directly nga bugg a see wax nga bugg a see jóg.
That's what we do because we're selfish as people, innit?
Man, I went there, Ken Yoni would mafa. Suma brother is a victim of this. Understand? He went through this back way and he's there. You understand? But I like to speak to these people and understand their story and what's behind what they are going through. And like I said to you, there are lots of Gambian youths, West African youths that are suffering in Europe. They are better off being back home than they are in Europe right now. So I think if any government official Muge Degluli, Bugana, whatever we can do, let's work together and try and minimize the damage in this situation. I think we can do it. So this is all these are all the things that Be Yourself Music and Entertainment are trying to work on. We are very powerless right now. We're not very big or very strong. All we have is influence, but we are trying to build ourselves to the level muna tackle these problems and then work with other people, make sure we can help.
And Big Sey, before them tamit, like any other person that sponsors events, it does not matter where you want to chip in and how you want to chip in, because you can still have a conversation with the team. Come the event is successful this year because Gambia bitamit of they have contact or to ask for a sponsorship or someone to support at this end and this end. This event is successful. You can contact me. I'll give you Big Sey's number like Abi did. And you don't need to, like you said, pride and ego. No, this event is successful and we can showcase your business because Aji's Corner, because Aji's Corner is going to be a bigger and growing. So what's up living community is still selling your business or organization or whatever it is. Bring the hard, when you know the like support len ngeen génnaat xam ne ñi ay ndaw la ñu bëgg indi yeneen ndaw si seen platform bi. So I just have to say that before you go.
I mean, like I said, we are very open, and then we have people ñu nga xam ne ni, for example, Ajis Corner, DJ Kanu is there, Ami Kole, Lena, you know, GSC Records, and anybody ko xam ne ni gis nga ne like we are associating with, if you fake any contact la, we have a website that is coming out. Understand? Understand? And on that website, we have the entertainment part, we have gallery, we have the charity side of it. So all we want is for people to understand this is what we do. And if you think it's something if you think there's a part that you can play, it doesn't matter. You don't have to give us money or give us anything. Understand? All we want is just communicate this and then share with us. Something as little as just give us an advice. Understand? Whatever you think would help, we are open to it. So we take every constructive criticism on board. We don't just not turn a deaf eye on. If the people cry about something, we think it's important for them.
No chairs next year.
I
said no chairs.
So we took that on board, and I am very sorry. What not you know, I might say something I offended other people. So I'm taking full responsibility, and I'm saying I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone. So we are just trying to make a quick review on what went down on Saturday. And then we hope, you know, there's so much we can learn from this. Comment and see video, be share and comment, see any concern or anything low from the new say improve. We will take it on board. Definitely. And then thank you so much again. Thank you so much, Aji, for having me. And then thank you so much for being on our platform and then coming receiving that email and coming to MC our event. We really appreciated it. Understand? We would not there is no better person we could have had on that event. Understand? So viewers yep, understand? Nyom Jay Mbai, Yande Sala, she was my classmate in Gambia High School. McIntyre, you know, and I just want to say we appreciate you guys. We know that you guys are watching. And we love you all. We really love you all, and we appreciate you guys. So thank you so much. Even being but the next one, you guys will be updated. So if you can get yourself prepared in advance, and then we will love to have you. Understand that? So any other ideas you all in Amrek, add it on the comment. So we will welcome any. You understand? And again, thanks to all our sponsors. We appreciate you guys a lot. And the lady of the night was Aisha Haidara. She lives in Manchester. An amazing woman, amazing lady. She supports everything Gambian community. So we are grateful for her. She came, she supported us, even though she have other stuff to do. She
was F Jamme there? I think she was invited. I saw her on the flyers.
Who?
F Jamme. Was she there? Senia before.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but unfortunately she didn't make it. So I don't know. I don't know for what reason.
I saw her during the day.
Yeah, I know. But for some reason she couldn't make it. But whatever, because like I said, nit ki ñun ñëpp xamuñ lan moo téye ñeneen ñi, understand nga? Like people like Otis Barbers, I know ne su fekkoon ne mënoon naa ñëw dina mën a ñëw, understand nga? You know, he's a great brother. He helped the community as well. He's been into the industry as well, in this industry as well. So he didn't turn up, but whatever reason, we appreciate and respect whatever the case was. And then we hope next time we can have everyone on board. So we want to say thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Big Sey. Guys, kon ma ko waxe yow mun nga dem then am later on attack 8 o'clock mu ngi travel nak su ege be settle down la ñoo su fekkee ne tamit munu ko make tey dina indi attack ëllëg but man ko xaar mu settle down. So 8 o'clock on the dot, mun ngeen a ñëw ñu seetaanaat attack comme ni ma fi amee Big Sey. Comme li ma ko waxee, Big Sey was the Gambian musician who called me and said, you know what, I've seen you doing good, and you're a good activist and someone that is young and you've got your platform. And he said, bring Gambian music to your platform, and the hot seat was his idea, and he started with him. I just want to say thank you very much. Big Sey, thanks a lot for always supporting at this corner, guys. Have a good night. Nyom Yande, Nyom Jay Mbaye, Nyep Bayulen, Mamakin, everybody, Adi Mifinek, and Nyep Nyom Coach, Marvin Tamit Movie, Momit event and the Unity promotion. Buganalen and Nyom Tamit next year when their event is about to start this thing, and I want to work with all of them. And Marvin is one of my, he's a sweetheart. I would love to have him. I'm not going to call it a DJ Binum to that. The guy he works with. I think these are people who sent back to school even be was successful. These are people, these are people that I want to have and ask them questions, because young this allergic guy we get them to different events supporting Gambians, and he will be there cooking and all of that. This is a platform for every Gambian. Big Sey mobile manit manopale pour an hour. Attack, my heart attack, mu pare, mu settle down, you know. I will love you guys and leave you, Big Sey. I salute you.
Lastly, to close this, thank you, Yaram Arts, again, you know. The boys are here because they process their application. And without them, we wouldn't have the boys here. Understand me? So thank you so much, guys, and we appreciate you. And thank you.
Okay, guys. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao.